One secret to success is making the most out of what you have, even when you do not have as much as you think you might need. In Warfighter, what if you only had part of the resource points made available by the mission? Every mission in the Warfighter series states the maximum number of resource points available. However, you are free to build your team out of fewer resource points if you desire. One aspect of what makes Warfighter unique is that the number of hostiles which appear in each location is dictated by the current number of resource points represented by your team. This helps balance the game as your resources dwindle during the mission. However, you can always start the mission by using just 29 resource points, and that is where Warfighter 29 comes into play. Warfighter 29 is inspired by the mission The Argonaut, which is found in the World War II expansion number 54, Enigma Machine. The mission restricts the resource points to 29 and only a single player soldier may be purchased. In Warfighter 29, the only rule is that you create a team out of 29 resource points. You can choose to add another soldier to your team if the total amount does not exceed 29 resource points. I'm sure I'm not the first person to think of only using 29 resource points to start a mission, but I have play-tested a few options of how to make the most out of the points available. Warfighter 29 will work with many missions across the Warfighter series. You should consider the loadout modifier before choosing a mission. The lower the modifier, the less your soldier can carry, although this will not affect the number of skills present within the player soldier. The missions that work best are the shorter ones, those with resource point values of 50 or less, and do not restrict the loadout value to any greater degree. Plus, the objectives should not require a considerable amount of materials to successfully complete. There are at least 2 skills that can help you fetch location cards, which is the main detriment to having only one player soldier. Local knowledge is a crucial skill in that it allows you to fetch the location you desire from the location deck at a cost of 2 experience points. The downside is that you must earn experience points before you can activate the skill, but there are some player soldiers, weapons, and equipment that come with experience points. The second is Navigator, found in the North Africa core set along with the Multi-Era Expansion number 3 pack. When you discard 4 action cards, you may draw a location card off the top of the deck by using this skill. Binoculars allows you, at the cost of a single action and a successful die roll, to draw the top location card from the deck. The downside is that you must roll a die and avoid a result of 1 or 2, but if you succeed, you will get the location card right away. Other skills and equipment should be tailored to accentuate the attributes of your player soldier. Choose what works best for you. What follows is a 29-point player soldier created entirely from the Warfighter North Africa core set. Those new to Warfighter who have obtained this core set do not need any additional expansions to make this player soldier. Havelock is a 16-point player soldier who comes with 3 hardy points, along with the skills Local Knowledge and Sapper, and 1 piece of equipment in the Entrenching tool. The combination of the Sapper skill and Entrenching tool means that Havelock only must spend an action to dig a foxhole. And since foxholes can be sacrificed to stop the effects of a hostile attack, this is a most handy combination to have. Havelock is armed with the number 4 Mark I bolt action rifle, 5 number 36 Mark I grenades, and the Mark IV bayonet. The bolt action rifle is a bit annoying because Havelock must discard an action card to fire it. However, there are ways around that. The 5 grenades represent the full complement that can be carried, and the bayonet not only comes in handy in hand-to-hand fighting, but also comes with 2 experience points, which can be used in fetching a location card right away using the Local Knowledge skill. The canteen provides 3 action cards, or 2 hardy points, whichever is needed, and the lucky helmet can be expended to block a successful hostile attack. That maxes out the loadout limit for Havelock, but there are still 4 points remaining. For this example, I've used the points to add the Bolt Action skill, which removes the requirement to discard an action card, and the Rifleman skill, which adds 1 or 2 points, depending on if you expend an experience point, to the die roll in scoring a hit. You can add another skill or combination of skills depending on your taste. Future editions in the Warfighter 29 series will cover other World War II core sets along with nation expansions. I've long been an advocate of using 2-player soldiers in a mission whenever possible. The advantages of having 2-player soldiers able to discard and draw are considerable compared to only 1-player soldier. However, by addressing some of the limitations by using the right skills and equipment, you can at least stand a better chance of drawing location cards. Plus, when you decide to build larger teams for bigger missions, you will have a starting point with a 29-player soldier or team that you have created. For players new to Warfighter, the 29-point limit allows you to build a team in a shorter period. This lets you focus more on the game and less on setup. You can experiment with different player soldiers of increased or decreased value to allow for a fewer or greater number of skills, equipment, and weapons. Warfighter 29 offers a simpler, faster method of creating teams for your mission. It is more challenging to go in with less than you think you need, but it can be more rewarding to succeed when you get the most out of what you have. Thanks for watching. You can check out other videos in the Warfighter series, including Warfighter Fantasy, when you click on the Seek Out and Play YouTube channel. Plus, you can keep up with the latest news by visiting our Facebook and Twitter pages. And if you want to support the channel, we have a link to our Patreon page below. And I will see you next Wednesday.